Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Desiree and today we are going to be making a beanie hat. So the materials we're going to need is yarn. I'll be using Impeccable by Loops and Thread. And this is 100% acrylic and it has 285 yards. Measuring tape, stitch marker, tapestry needle, scissors, and your hook, and I will be using a 5.5 millimeter hook. So let's jump right on into it and get started. So you're going to make chains that will reach 12 to 13 inches. So when you do it, you want it to reach about 12 to 13 inches. I'm going to do 50 chains. That's what I'm going to do. Everybody's tension is different, so when you do your chain, just make sure it reach between 12 to 13 inches like that. So to get started, I'm going to make a slip knot and then I'm going to chain 50. So when you get your chain, you want to measure it like this. So mine's is about 12 and a half, just about 13. So without stretching, so you don't want to stretch it. So this is where mine is at, about 12 and a half. 12 and a half, almost 13. So that's good. So after you get your chain to the length of 12 or 13 inches, we're going to be working in the back loop. And to do that, to work in a back loop, we're going to have your chain straight like this, and then we're going to just flip it like this over, flip it over. And in the second chain from the hook, which is the first chain, so the second chain right here from the hook, we're going to place a double crochet in that. Oh, let me go back. After you get the length of the chain that you want, add one more, which is plus one. So whatever chain you have. So I did 50, so I need to do plus one, which will make it 51 chain. And then you're going to go in the second chain from the hook, 1, 2, and then you're going to flip it over, and then you're going to go in that back loop right here. We're going to place one half double crochet, which is this right here. We're going to go in that back bump like that and place a half double crochet, just like that. So we're going to half double crochet along this chain until you have 8 chain left. So you can count your 8 chains before, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you can place your stitch marker in that 8th chain. I'm going to place it like this in that 8th chain. So after you place it in an 8 chain, then you will do 1 half double crochet all the way down to the end of that stitch marker. So let's do this again. So you're going to yarn over, and then you're going to go in the back bump, just like this. I know it's going to be a little tedious, but we're going to go in the just make sure your chains are loose enough. Mine tends to be tight. I'm a tight crocheter. And then you're going to yarn over, and then you're going to pull through all. just like that. So keep working in the back bump of each chain, placing 1/2 double crochet in each. So keep placing 1/2 double crochet in each chain. Yeah, I made my chains a little too tight because, oh, there we go. And it's going to start to look like this, just like this. So keep placing 1/2 double crochet in each back bump until you reach your stitch marker. And then I will meet you to my stitch marker, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so now I'm done with my 1/2 double crochet, and the stitch amount doesn't matter, but if you're following along with mine, I did 50 plus 1. You should end with 42 1/2 double crochet. So now the next step, you can move your stitch marker. We're going to place 4 single crochet in the next 4 stitches, working in the back loop as well. So I'm going to place my first single crochet, and then I'm going to put my stitch marker right back in that stitch. Okay, so now I'm going to do 3 more single crochet in the back loop of this chain. Ooh, can't believe I did my chain so tight. Excuse me, sorry. Just pulling it up a little bit. So 1, 2, that's 2. Three, 1, 2, 3, and one more single crochet. This is going to be my 4th single crochet. Yeah, don't do like me and make your stitches so tight. Okay, so this is my 4th single crochet. So now we're going to place 4, in the next 4 stitches we're going to place slip stitches in the back loop as well. So place 4 slip stitches in your last 4 stitches, in your last 4 chains. Oh gosh, hold on, I gotta raise my stitches up because I did this so tight. So we're making a slip stitch. So when you insert your hook, you're gonna pull through, and then you're gonna just go through and make your slip stitch. Don't do your slip stitch so tight, because you're gonna have a hard time when you go to your next row. So this is my 2nd slip stitch. This is going to be my 3rd slip stitch right here. And then this is my last slip stitch. Sorry. Okay, so this is how it should look, just like this. Okay, so for our second row, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to turn our work. So when you turn your work, we are going to be working in the back loop of these chains. So we're going to continue back loop. This whole project is going to be working in the back loop. So we're going to slip stitch in the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. So in the next 4 stitches, so we're going to slip stitch 1, 2, 3, and 4 slip stitches. And you know what? I am going to place a stitch marker at the end of my slip stitch, because sometimes it's very hard to see when you turn around where you're going to place your stitch, your next stitch. So I know this is where I'm going to be working in my back loop when I get back to the end. So now we're going to place 4 single crochet in the next 4 stitches, which it'll be to the end of the stitch marker. So in the back loop, 1, so 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, and the 4th one will be where your stitch marker is at. 4 single crochet, and place your stitch marker right back in there. I place it in the back loop so I know that's the loop that I will be working in when I turn around. So now you're going to place 1 half double crochet going all the way to the end of your project. So yarn over and go in the back loop and place 1 half double crochet in each stitch. So keep working 1 half double crochet in each stitch, and I will meet you at the end. Okay, so I made it to the end, and this is how it is looking. So this end should be pointy because this is where we did the slip stitch and single crochet, so it will point out like that. And so the end. So for row 3, we're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work, and then we're going to place 1 half double crochet in the next 42 stitches, or next stitches, how many stitches you have. You're going to place 1 half double crochet until you reach your stitch marker. So for me, that's 42 stitches. So I'm going to work 42 half double crochet in the back loop of these stitches. So just continue placing 1 half double crochet in the back loop of your stitches. And then I will meet you at the end of the stitch marker. Okay, so now I am at my stitch marker, so I'm going to move it, and I'm going to place 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So this is 1, and I'm going to place my stitch marker right back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I'm going to place 1 slip stitch in the next 4 stitches, working in the back loop. Remember to work in the back loop. 1, and don't do it too tight. 2, 3, This is my fourth one. Four. This is my fourth one. So when you finish placing your last stitch, slip stitch, you're going to chain one, and then you're going to turn your work. And this is where it's a repeat. So you're going to repeat what you did between the next row, row 4, you're going to repeat row 2. And then row 5, you're going to repeat row 3. So you're going to just repeat row 2 and row 3 until your hat reaches about 18 inches. You want it to reach 18 inches, and then it will stretch to 21 inches. So just keep working until it reach 18 inches, okay? And then I'll be back to show you what to do next. So keep working until you reach 18 inches, and I'll let you know how many of these that I did when I reach my 18 inches. So continue with your project, and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I have my 18 inches, and this is how your project should look. Just like this. So then you're going to, if you did a solid color like I did, you will have to try to figure out which side you want to be your front and your back. So I determined this is my back side right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to fold it like this, line them up, line everything up together. I'm going to place my stitch markers so I could keep them together. Like this. And so now what you want to do is cut a long string, leave a long string, because we're going to sew up on the side here, and then we're going to sew around the edges. So I'm going to leave a pretty long string just like that. Then I'm going to chain one, and I'm going to pull through. Just pull your yarn through. I know I left a really long string, but I'll do that. So pull your string through. Then you want to get your tapestry needle, because I'm going to use my needle to, you can single crochet along this line. You could continue in single crochet, but I'm going to use my tapestry needle to sew it together. Ooh, I left a really long string. You don't need to leave a long string like this. But what we're going to do, we're going to grab your tapestry needle, and then you're going to just pull this yarn through to get it started. And you're going to close it in just like that. I'm going to go through it again so I can double it, just so it can be tighter at the end. Just like that. And then you're going to go through each from, this is your back loop and this is your front loop. So you're going to go in each of your front loops here to the other front loop here. So make sure it's lined up real good. And then I'm going to take my hook just like this and go through this front loop just like this. And I'm going to sew all the way to the end. So in this loop right here and in this loop right here. Then I'm going to pull through just like this. This front loop here and this front loop right here. Just like that. So it's gonna look like this. So it's gonna blend in like you crocheted it in. See how it's looking? So let's continue sewing our hat all the way down to the end, and I'll meet you right at the tip and show you what to do. Okay, so now I'm getting close to the end. This is how your hat should be looking so far. You can't even tell where it was sewed. I could barely see it. So like this is it down here. And so this is how it'll look on the other side. See how it looks so nice and it blends in? Oh, I love that. Okay, so we're getting close to the top part, and I'm going to do one more part, which is this one. Close it in like that. So now now I'm going to weave in and out. So I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to go in and out, just like this. Now let me do this. Just go through. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Just go through, in and out, bring your needle in and out through this. You're going to pull it through. So keep weaving, going in and out, just like this, just like that, and then, you know, pull it through. You're gonna do this all the way around. Okay, I think I'm back to the front of it. So what you're gonna do when you get it like this, you're gonna pull to tighten it through. You see, like that? You're gonna pull and tighten it just like this. See? So it could look like that. Tighten it. Because then when you go like this, it's gonna bring in the end just like that. Oh, look at that. And then you're gonna do your hat like that. Okay, let me finish. So after you pull it through and tighten it, hold it down real good. I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to go through the other side just like this, and then I'm going to pull it out I know I did this super long. So okay, we're gonna pull it out, and then I'm going to just go on the other side and go through like that. So we're gonna keep going. Then I'm gonna just go around. In other words, I'm just tightening my borders so the top doesn't get loose. So tighten it the way you would want it to be. I like to go across like this. And keep pulling it so it could be tight. And just make sure you look to make sure you don't see any gaps in here or any hole. So just make sure you don't see any gaps or any holes, so that's pretty good. But I'm gonna still go around and tighten some more. Just so it can be really secure. I know I'm doing so much, but I'd rather my hat be secure and knowing that it won't fall apart. This, I'm just making a little knot. And then I'm gonna go through one more time to the other side, because I'm gonna end it on this side here where this is at. So I think it's secured good enough. I should have told you to leave a long tail like this, because then you can tie it together like this. Make sure you tie it really, really tight, because you don't want your hat to fall apart. So I'm really triple tying my knot. Okay, that's really good. And then I'm gonna weave this in, and let me get my smaller hook. I like to use a smaller hook to weave in these ends. And then you just weave it in anywhere. So just weave in whatever little tail that you have left, and then you will be done with your hat. Okay, I think this might be good enough. Oh, I left a little bit. So, okay, that's it. So I'm gonna cut this. And then you're gonna flip your hat over. You have this right here. Flip it over just like this, and then you're gonna fold it. And that's it. That's our hat. Oh, beautiful. I made this for my son. This is his favorite color and he wanted a hat, so I made this hat for him. So thank you guys for watching. This is all we have for today. I hope this video was useful and helpful. And remember that you are phenomenal. Bye-bye.